Hey guys, welcome in. How are y'all days going? Hi, Rebecca. Okay. So, guys, yeah, I'm on. Oh, never seen that screen before. I'm gonna have to check it out. The things you press when you don't mean to do something. Um, let's use this one. So, how are y'all doing? Get some smoke going here. I know some people have been looking at my previous readings. So some of the energies might be creeping back up on y'all. Sorry guys, I'm just praying. Okay, Rebecca, so what does your Leo think of you, right? Two more. So happy St. Patty's Day. I don't know if this resonates for you or not, but before I came on, I was intuitively guided to go and get this out of my drawer. I don't know if you can see it. It's very old. It's a 4-leaf clover. It's a very old pin. So, let's see what you get. The Sun. King of Pentacles. 3 of Cups. 10 of Swords. 6 of Swords. So, wow. Did you recently leave a Capricorn? And you just had enough, and now that you've gotten away, you are feeling like yourself again. Is that true? You're leaving someone very grounded. Wow, I mean, just these 3 cards here. Not a Capricorn, it's someone stable, financially mastered their finances, very stable in their surroundings. I like to see the King of Pentacles as very masterminded, because of their finances. They're like been there, done that. That's what I see, honey. It's like you've just had too many, um, too much is going on. This is celebration with walking. See that the 10 right here? That's just all up in your mind. There's too many things that too many things that stabbed you that you kind of swallowed, and you got to move on. You going on to calmer waters, as they say, with the Six of Swords. This is making cautious progress on it. But I see your overall energy is you had the see that's celebration with doing this, and now that you're feeling the he forced me to have sex with this rose. Well, you know what? I see this as now that you're seeing the light. See the light in the sun? That was your overall energy. You seeing the light in the situation. He killed you. He killed you. And every one of these swords, wow, came at you from it stabbed you in your spine everywhere. Look at it. I mean, it like started all the way from your root and it worked all the way up to your crown. And when your crown had had enough and seen the light, that's what I'm seeing. Ooh, gee whiz. See the light by the time you get, it's like you seen it and then it dwindled and right and then it picked up again. You were like, boom, there's the light. This is where I got to get out of here. So you seen it and you let it happen for a little while, right? And then there's the light again. See? That was, ooh, ooh. Well, there's the third parties. They were having celebration. Let's see. Five of Cups. See, that's what I thought the Three of Cups was the whole time was the five until I looked at it again. It was there's the five. So I was seeing the five the whole time. See, when I looked at it again, I'm like, oh, that's the Three of Cups. But now I see why. There's your happy everyone else. And you just emotionally are looking back at what in the world happened. I need to fill my two cups. Look at all of the cups that are spilled. This is an intuitive deck. Could have had some money involved, like because the cups are crystals. The cups are like crystal cups. See, they look like they had some money involved in it. Wow. I see this as you may have you may have looked at him as he was a steep mountain to climb. And now that you have to turn your back on that mountain of where you wanted to go, say your goal was the top of that mountain, and it was cold there and you knew it. You have your robes on. You was ready for the hike. See? You look at that mountain in the back. See how cold it is back there? And you got your clothes on. Well, you all robed up. So it's like now you don't even want to be exposed. That's, you're like, you know what? I got 2 cups back there. You can hear this, the southernness in my voice. But yeah, you still got 2 crystal cups back there, girl. Yep. So it may come from a job, your new romance or whatever, because the Page of Pentacles it made itself known to me. I can't see. Yes, he's stable. Oh, he stole out. Wow. Yeah, I see this as your new beginning. You know, you may get a job offer coming. Let's see. Yep, look at that. Magician. You're going to manifest this yourself. You see it? The Chariot. Yep, look at that. This is kind of like, getting your mojo back or being an inspired warrior. Okay. Hello, Tarot TV. Yeah, so Rebecca, did I answer your question? And the Leo, the first card was the Sun. So that is the Leo card, if that was your question. And the rest was a lot to manifest. I've dropped a card, guys. Oh my heavens. Okay. Which was the Chariot? 4 Cups is at the bottom. You may be fearing change. Okay? So, look in you. 4 Cups. You're fearing change, Rebecca. All right, darling. We're going to go on to Tarot TV with T. And do you have a question? You said. You're welcome, Rebecca. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's all right. Wow, congratulations. Well, you know what? I understand that because I would definitely not be sitting right here. I was scared of my psychic gifts all of my life. I I was scared of seeing myself, scared of seeing the truth. Um, I turned down my guide. There was some major catastrophes that were on my plate, and they foreseen it, right? I'm like, it was one decision. If I wouldn't have changed, my life would have been completely different. But I know who I am up there. I'm gifted, very gifted. Um, and I'm like, no, I have to go through these lessons. That's why I'm here. No one understands that. But it took me uh, the whole Saturn return, the whole Saturn, Saturn made its so what's that, 30 years? It took that length of time for me to learn a bunch of different lessons that it could have been avoided, and I didn't listen. So 28. Yeah. It's a hard lesson to learn. It was. Let's see what we get for you. Vitamin deck. 6 of Cups. So, right? Nostalgia from your past. Boop, 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 right? But this is reflecting and going back to solve some problems. Let me get. Right. It's what's in their heart that the cards, it comes out. Ten of Pentacles, the Moon, the Hanged Man, 9 of Wands. So yeah, you have been through a lot. Did you have some illusions with it the whole time until you so you weren't seeing yourself until you had to go through some things. Reflection. You weren't seeing yourself for who you truly were. You don't know what you're seeing. Okay, I have a lot of experience in this. So tell me what you're seeing. Are you having problems seeing the dead, or like my cousin, she has them actually coming in the middle of the night, wake her up. You know, say, wake, hello, this is how I died. I've seen a lot of things, so I'm open. So now I create a system where I can track my intuition. It's like what? Psyche retention. Psyche retention. So is it anything like what hypnosis tries to get out of individuals who are trying to cover up what is hidden? They don't want to acknowledge it, so they bury it deep. That's sort of what you're saying. Yeah. Dude, I do that daily. Um, it's nothing bad on your part because you had to learn to be, if you can recall, like I can recall my intuition when I was young. I had to learn to become physical. I met my angel and everything, and da 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 da, real young. So it was hard for me to adjust, but then now that I've seen the light, it is kind of scary because others are going through what you're going through. You don't know how people are going to accept things, but you got to learn to trust yourself, and for what you are being put through, that is, you are living um, vicariously, thank you, through through the eyes of you. God witnesses everything. Okay, so you may be fearful of change and what is changing for you. Well, very good, because I could only wish to be okay as I was before. Um, there was a point in my life where I was so on point that it was scary. Uh, I was sharp as a bell. Thing Everything was brighter than it is now. Okay, where this is like my second awakening. Okay, um, per se, but the moment I'd love to know what the moment was that struck your intuition where you woke up again. Okay, if you can recall that, because when I lost mine, one day I woke up and went, why isn't everything like it was? And it's because I knew what I did. I knew the path that I chose for myself, and what spirit made me realize that was you were I was so gifted and so special and so on point that I knew what I was about to do. It's a conscious choice. And when I made that awful choice, it was right way back when. This was even before um, the 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 choices that messed up my life. This was the first choice, I guess, that messed up my life. Yeah, when I chose to do drugs, and as a young child, when your mind is developing, and especially on a psychic level, um, I woke up and not everything was the way I remembered it. I remember feeling the way I used to feel, but the decision I made, life's all about lessons. I know what I can be, and it's I've realized that now. So I'm not giving up. He's going to forgive me. Oh, I think I forgave myself. At least I hope it is. Let's see. I used to talk to ghosts. Yeah, right. Yeah, I could cry right now. I had I had to put a block up. Um, there's certain situations in my life that I'm allowing to happen because I am a medium. I do channel spirit like you. So you can put a block up, guaranteed, because I did. Um, your mom sees, yeah. It's definitely a family thing when it's so on point, unless you shook awake or something. But what was I saying? let's see, angel to come help you. He works with me every day. I see him daily. When I do see him, he comes to me as a bluish, purplish orb. Unlike anything, because I see spirit, I see like if you, I not only see the whole apparition, right? But I see just spirits. They can just come into the middle of the room and just either they want me to make to understand that they're there, and it's just like a light in the sky, like you would see a star in the sky in the middle of the room. And either they stay and they stare at me, right? And they want me to acknowledge that they're there, or I'll see them just passing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you would see an orb I see it like a bright, like a passing comet you would see. It's that predominant for me. You can ask for help for that. The negative ones, put your bubble of protection around you. Matter of fact, before I start any reading, I put it back in my bag. I use Florida water, and I dab it here. This is for psychic protection as well. I put it on my third eye, and I put it on my crown. No negative energies. And if you believe, right, and ask, they'll help. Archangel Michael, to put a shield around me. Yes, Archangel Michael, please put a shield around her. Please protect her in ways that entities can enter her energy and allow for protection. So it is. I'm very, very powerful, so. And I just seen one go up, straight up. They've just left. It was just a store. It wasn't Archangel Michael. I guess they were going to relay a message. You know what I'm looking into? I'm doing water scribing at the moment, scrying, and I finally got me a bowl because I had this little white bowl and I wasn't happy with it. Now I got one of these big oval looking shaped bowls. It's a red color. I want a dark shade because when I do it, I kind of look for a blank black canvas for them to work with. 5 days, huh? That must have taken a lot of energy. See, yesterday I do healing. I did a remote healing, and the last remote healing I did, I was so drained that I knew that they were going to take it, because this was a big surgery like the other one I healed up in Tennessee. But this was it was in Mississippi, it wasn't in, because I'm in Louisiana, around New Orleans. But I realized, I said, I have to protect myself. Although I got all my fruit crystals out, I was also, because I was working with the blood and I was using all my heart chakra crystals that I had, along with my crystal quartzes. And I'm laying down and I'm like, God, please don't have me get out. And I noticed they had me as soon as I got up. I had some Werther's, uh, little toffee candies, because as soon as I got up, I stood up and I went, whoa, right after I was done. and I ate the candy. And by the time I got away from my bedroom wall and I hit this wall right here, my hand hit the wall and went, oh, wow, I am so dizzy. And you know, it's not you, it's whatever they taken or whatever I'm giving. You know what I'm saying? Because I do the whole ball of energy thing. You know what I'm saying? And I release it. Whatever I think is here, because I can feel the energy in my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like my hands are hot right now. I don't know if you can see, they're starting to sweat when I do that. My hands are, if you could put a one of those, I don't know, like a thermostat, it would be so hot right here in the middle of my hands right now. I just let it go. I'm not sending it out to nobody. I just released it right here. Um, it's definitely something you had to get used to working with energy. Um, being an empath, my friend said that it was sluggish when I got it. Yeah. Um, and I'm telling you, this is with saging myself, using the protective Florida water. You know, this is me using, this is all the protection that I know. Besides, what I'm doing right now is I'm considering I'm going to get a tattoo for protection. And I'm putting it on me. Now, I'm not sure which one yet because I'm thinking Spirit's going to lead me to the one I need, but it's on my mind. So that may be something I have to relay to you. I mean, I already have a sun, a moon, an infinity symbol, my name. Um, I got a little devil tail. My name's Angel. I got a little devil tail. You know, it's not for bad reasons. It's just cute. But it was something. It's something that means something to me. You know, the clouds. I see energy up in the air. I can look at that sky and go, "Oh wow, look at them all." Ancient cousins. I know my family did that ancestry.com, whatever it was, and they said that ours is like a Scandinavian descent, somewhere around the Canary Islands or something. We settled in at the lower half of it was called Delacroix Island, um, Louisiana, way down in the swamps. So I don't know if I have hoodoo in me or a form of voodoo. I don't have any idea nothing about that. But I do know I'm very, very powerful, very, very empathic. I can pick up on energy. Like if someone's sitting next to me and their daddy died, I'm getting up and I'm going to call my parents and see who died. Put it that way. Yeah, please give me that thumbs up, guys. I know 4 people are in here. Nigerian. Wow. Yeah, a little French and Spanish in me. No, I don't. I don't. I was raised Catholic, believe it or not. Yep, the Bible, and God gives me scriptures. Oh my gosh, what? That freaks me out. Whatever that I'm going through, when He comes through, and look, I'm telling you, I made my confirmation. I don't know passage, nothing, nothing. I don't know who, nothing. Okay, I know Genesis is about the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Revelation's about, witnessing yourself and your fears and all that bull. I don't know passages and names and scripture numbers, but when God talks to me, I can write it down and go, okay, this, and I be darned if they have that in the Bible and go, I read this, sit back, that kind of stuff. Yeah, this is for me. Mhm. You have no choice. I have no choice but to believe because I witness it. I go through this. I mean, dude, I don't even know how I'm gonna say this on camera, but I got meditations on like alien kind of stuff that I don't know nothing about. Um, we trying to split atoms where we're supposed to harness the energy with magnets and this degrees and I don't know anything about that. All I know is I pick these energies up and I have no choice but to write down what they say. No, I don't know who to tell this stuff to. I mean, I do. I have an uncle that was, like fourth of command at NASA. And he's like right around the corner almost, you know what I'm saying? Like a mile up the street. And it's kind of like, this is how you build a spaceship and this is what you're doing wrong. Go tell him. Really? You serious? How what how am I supposed to make this man believe me? This is my blood. And he's very smart. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I'm just putting everything out there. And this is where my fears come in. And I'm saying this on camera, so like it needs to be out there, guys. I don't know nothing about, oh my gosh, and it's supposed to keep the thing. I've stood inside the spaceship while they showed me this thing glowing, and this is what powers the whole ship right here. I'm like, are you kidding me? That glowing thing right there. Yep, along with the magnets that swirl around. And I'm like, why is it so cool? You see what I'm saying? I like actually stood there. Why is it so cold in here? And he's like, the floor was like a lit up, like a frosted white glass. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see a tempered glass feel. Because you don't know it's the floor, it's so sturdy. A glass. But it's cold. And you're like, what is this? And they're like, it keeps everything cool. The magnet swirling around builds airflow. I don't know. Something about polarities. I got it all written down. There's a place for anything. Gotta step out. Wow. Yeah, well, I don't know. All I know is I put that out there, and I've actually been scared to go and tell him. Really, I don't know what he's gonna think about me. I don't know if what I'm saying is right. You know what I'm saying? Why would I get this stuff? What I know is right. So why wouldn't this? This is like but out of the ordinary, right? Who knows, girl? They all lead you in a direction. They all make you see things for reasons. You know. I once seen, I was on Facebook and I seen it in my head. This woman come on and she was discussing how they couldn't find her little girl and where was she and the whereabouts. I'm like, oh no, it just flashed. I mean, the whole thing flashed right in front of my face. I'm like, oh my God, how do you tell somebody your daughter's that? You know what I'm saying? Um, that was definitely, I'm like, look, you don't, I am just a nobody. You don't have to take my, opinion for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just an intuitive, everyday, every normal person. But, right, here comes. Um, they gave me, it was Michigan. Was it Michigan? And Ohio. She was on her way to Ohio and lost control of the car, spun out, and she landed in this off of this big, tall hurricane. Look, we call it a hurricane fence around here. Just something that the wind can blow through. And she went off into the ditch, and the water filled over the car, so nobody could find her. And I'm like, God. And like I said, I had to look at a map just to see if I was correct. I'm like, is this right? Is this true what you're seeing? And I was like, what? And I drew in my. I was like, she was here, and she was going here. I didn't even know that two states were next to one another. But who do you say? You know what I'm saying? Who you? It's hard, but I don't want to be that. I don't like being that person. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? I want you to know where your daughter is. What contacts am I saying? Wow, that's a trip. That is a trip. Yeah, I knew. I was in Mississippi and visiting when I was little. I was little bit, and I'm sitting in the van with my aunt and uncle, and all of a sudden I knew my other uncle, who I grew up with, was hurt bad. And she's like, "Oh no, baby, he's okay." And honey, she was about to grab some change on her purse with payphones. This is a long time ago, and I just looked up at him like, "Well, you're gonna find out." And that's what happened. But I knew it. It was just her catching up, kind of thing. That yeah, I'm very, very. Another time it was in French Quarter. Um, this didn't come to my head that there was a couple of times in the French Quarter that I had intuition problems, but not problems, but oh my gosh, right? Um, we were late. We were late going to see some people, on Bourbon Street, going to the club we were going. And I'm all like telling everybody, we gotta go. Hello, people. We gotta leave the house. We're late. We finally are 4 blocks. Done parked the car in Jackson Square, Jack's Brewery. You know what I'm saying? Walking there, we got to walk like 10 blocks to get there. And boy, I stopped and went, I got to go back to the car. And they're like, what? You the one? I'm like, bye, got to go. And I'm looking at my boyfriend's car who's driving, right? And he's like, what in the world are you doing? I don't care if you come with me. I don't my intuition, right? It don't matter. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Don't matter what you say. I'm going back to the car. When I got back to the car, and he's still following me like 10 feet behind me. His whole back window was busted in. A stereo equipment going. I was like, I told you. I needed to go now. Not waiting. I gotta go. Free pair of pants. Wow. So yeah, anybody in here? Anybody in here want a card? I got a prayer card. You want a prayer card? These are brand new. I haven't used them yet. So, and we were just talking about the Bible. So, be pretty. Today's prayer. Dude, I pray a lot. I got on my knees yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it again today. Lord, I am in something. You need to help me. And you know they cannot intervene without you asking. I need it. Okay, they know your situation, so here we go. They're like, shut up, we know. Not shut up, but they told me to stop talking because they already know. Two more or three more times, they said. Well, we don't want a loose message, we want an agreement. God, don't make loose messages. Okay, do that. There you go. They're good. They said both of these. Okay, here we go. Be strong. Wait. Okay. Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. And you get. Let us consider how we spur one another on towards love and good deeds. Let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds. Hebrews 10:24. Oh goodness, I don't know about the shelf painting, y'all. I do like it. Anybody else would like on today's prayer card? Holla. Okay, well, I'm going to get one for myself. I'm seeing the King of Cups in my head. Oh. All right. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you did not know. Oh my gosh, Jeremiah 33:3. Do you know I've been seeing 2s and 3s everywhere lately? Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. I did not tell you that I was getting on my knees because I need answers. And this is stuff that I do not know. Call to me and I will answer you. Guess what? My information's coming. You know, it's another powerful manifestation that when I want something done and I mean it, I'm grabbing for my rosary. I'm saying the whole rosary, and I'm telling you, within that week, great things happen. And they're like, compared to a friend of mine is a witch, okay, and she led me uh, to burn some bay leaf before you go to bed. To within that week, okay, you will have your answer, okay. To think, I mean, you may like be scared to even know the answer, but it's something you need to know and like, okay. Um, but I have to say this: I get great results out of both, but the rosary is always shining. When I get my answer, it's a brighter answer. It's always 10 times better than just knowing. It's always in the goodness of you, for you. You know what I'm saying? Like spirit puts their touch on things. Oh, I love that. I love both of those. I'm gonna have to do some reading on Proverbs. So no one else is in here that wants the card, huh? Um, would you want a chakra card? Are you having problems in that area? Or I got spirit animals anytime. I got spirit animals, or I got the Moonology deck. I got the Angels Answers deck too. Um, I have these cute little cards, and they always give me good inspiration on what you're going through. If you need some inspiration, and I see that you like the scripture, so I'm gonna pull these. Give her some inspiration regarding what she's going through. Oh, look at that! I didn't even look at it, but it says evidence. No jumping to conclusions here. See what is as is. Allow every new situation to be unblemished. I'm sorry, unblemished by you. Okay, allow every new situation to be unblemished by you. So don't change anything what you see. Don't try to read into anything we see. Let it be what it is. Your experiences of the past may color how you see what is going on now. There's your fears. Let today's evidence speak to you in the clear light of a new awareness. So you have to understand that the things that you have seen in the past are not what you're being exposed to now. Okay? Don't be scared. There are always indications to guide you towards the easiest path. See the evidence and clues that surround you. So you may have to take my guidance into consideration. Evidence. What is the evidence? Look at it. Is it hurting you? Not a bit. It ain't hurting you. Nothing you see can hurt you or harm you. I have been, if you're scared about that, I'm recall situations I was really scared. Oh, my wits. Okay, a few. One time I was sleeping. And an entity pulled me straight up out my bed, sitting straight up. I'm trying to scream. Now, this is not a dream. This is really real. Hello, Joanna. Nice to speak to you, join the conversation. It sat me straight up in my bed, and I'm trying to scream, and I see this black cloaked something, okay, come from my window, and it got closer and closer and closer, and I'm like, oh my God. And as a 17-year-old, this was when I was going through all of the problems. As a 17-year-old, you're rebelling and pulling away from this force, like, okay, I understand I'm gifted. And I know this, you know what I'm saying, all my life. They trying to steal me. They trying to steal my soul. Whoever this thing is trying to steal my soul, realizes how powerful I am. So I'm pulling back, and I'm telling you, too big, giant, whatever I had in me to get, you know what I'm saying? You're pulling on your light, your own light. You know what I'm saying? To get it, to release you. And I couldn't, when I realizing how strong I am, and realizing how strong it was. When I realized that, all I could revert to was the Lord. If I'm not strong enough, guess who will be? Come to the rescue. Our Father, who art in heaven. It had no choice but to release me. When I hit that bed, because you got to realize I'm sitting straight up. When I hit that bed, I was pulling so hard that I bounced. I felt my body bounce. Boom, boom. Then I went, I can't believe I'm alive for one. I can't believe I witnessed what I just did. What was that? That has to be the devil. It had to be the devil. It had to be the devil. And me as a 17-year-old, not knowing about spirituality, not knowing, who my angel was, not even knowing what, what that was that I witnessed in a lucid dream that was attached to my stomach, which was just silver cord lifeline. I did not know any of this. I just knew I was powerful. I knew I was something and somebody special. I've had the Lord come to me. I've witnessed the Lord's as He, I had masculine energy, okay, as He told me to approach Him as our Creator. The love that He felt for me when I woke up from a lucid dream one day, or meditative state, or however. I remember crying myself to sleep. It was one of those things where I just could not deal. And I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know. I was pregnant, getting emancipated. I had a warrant. You just don't even realize that, like I said, that one decision I made, well, I ended up with all the rest of my life just going, expelled from school. Whole lot of stuff. Pregnant. Anyway, when I cried myself to sleep, and because I do think that my soul called out to Him so desperately that He let me experience that. And when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I want to know. Go right back because I want to feel that again. That man loves me. He loves me. He's my dad. He is my, he's mine. He's my father. Like there is no, you think you love your children? It changed me. I may have not seen that, but you see that I know this. I strayed all of my adult life, even knowing that, even meeting my angel. So don't think that I'm not human, but it's me. Um, I am a counselor up there, and I couldn't counsel anymore on my job. I couldn't do my job. So I made a list of things that I wanted to do and lessons I wanted to learn. I approached him, and he turned me down. You have to look into my videos. I have some videos up on my channel, and he turned me down. He said, "No, this can't be." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because humans need a break." I had too many lessons. That's just me, though. Angel will do it to herself. Anything for him. He didn't demand this. I approached him because I couldn't counsel um, some people that approached me, and I feel like I could not do my job efficiently. But he was not questioning my ability. He gave me the choice. He said, I didn't write, he didn't ask this of me. He thought my job was fine. I did a great job in my, I have an office, I have an assistant, everything. Um, he's a cute little guy too. So, um, I had to rewrite some things and go back. And the Holy Ghost let me go because there was a whole thing on the Holy Ghost the first time. But when I went back and he said, is this what you want? I said, yes. He said, and so it is. And that's why you see, if you look at everything I write, um, when I comment and stuff like that on channels and people's comments, and I'll write it. And so it is. Because he told me that. When he let me come back, that's his, I put it into motion. So I say it every time. And so it is. I'm sorry. I just can talk and talk and talk and talk. But guys, what time is it getting to be about? Okay. Is that after one? I don't know where it is right now by you, but it's after one here. To cut people off, that is a if they're not in your energy for your highest good, then I would consider cutting them off. Um, people are in your life for um, a reason, a lifetime, or a season. That's what it is. Look that up. I think I'm saying it wrong, but that is the way it is. A reason, a lifetime, or a season. And that's true if you think about it. But you're welcome, dear. So, yeah, that quantum healing, uh, you can look that up. That's my next adventure. I'm going to take one of Richard Gordon's seminars. I think he's based out of Hawaii, but they have, this is worldwide, world based. So that's my goals. Um, Eventually, guys, I would really like, if I had $1 billion right now, okay, I would probably give a lot to St. Jude, but that's because I'm very child oriented. I love children, but I would, I want to build an institute, okay, and have where people like me and my family didn't know what to do with me. Like I said, I was little bitty saying these crazy things. Where you can get evaluated, and not only when children are in need of, like St. Jude, of their physical bodies, but they have someone to take their children spiritually. Because I had to realize and didn't see it because my family never acknowledged it. They just, oh, boy, we don't want to know what to do with that, so we just not going to talk about it. And I didn't know who I was all my life until the internet. A person gave me a set of tarot cards in my hand and said, I'm tired of doing your readings. You do them yourself. I'm like, what? How? You can do this yourself. Okay. So I did. She was my roommate. So when she left for the weekend, she handed me the cards and the book and went, here you go. How about it? So, oh, man. Okay. She says, there's no better information than the information you're going to get from yourself. And I never understood that. I'm like, no, I needed to get it from someone else. And she's like, no, you don't. You need to understand this. Girl, the first time I did a reading for my mother, I'm not kidding you. The night before, I said, Ma, the day before, I called her, I said, Ma, something is telling me intuitively, I've never ever gave her a reading, that you need a reading. She's like, well, okay, good morning. So the next, I fell asleep, right? You sleep that night. I had a dream about her best friend. But she wasn't there. She wasn't in her house. I walked in her house and her husband was there and her daughter was there. Her other daughter wasn't there. And her other kids, you know what I'm saying? That family was the daughter and the children weren't there. But her daughter, the other daughter, and her children, like they were talked about, okay? And I'm like, well, whatever. There's still no information for me to give to anybody. So I go to my mom's. And I'm like, all right, come on, let's just get this on. I was there. Wow. I'm like, hello, let's do the reading. And I used the Lenormand deck. And boy, laid them out. Boom, 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 boom. And I looked at the last three, and it was the dog, the child, and the coffin. And I went, oh, Lord. I said, Mama, your best friend, come on. I just had a dream about this. Oh, don't tell me. I said, Mama, something's wrong with your best friend. And I knew that she had cancer before. And I'm like, oh, no. Within 2 weeks or so, she was dead. And I walked into her house, and it was the same situation that me and Mama walked into. The husband was there. One of the daughters were there with her kids, and the other one was staying at a hotel. It was all in there around that area for the funeral. I was like, what? So my mama, I asked Spirit, because I had this problem with her all my life, right? Can you acknowledge that I'm right? Can you know what I'm saying? Just something, please. Well, I tell this to Spirit, help me out here. My mom at the funeral stood up and told everybody, yeah, Angel pegged it. I'm like, looking up at everybody going, oh. But it doesn't help your channel. It doesn't do this. It doesn't do that. So I give the readings to the people who come in and like to see my ugly face. The book, because I had a friend, I did that too. She said, I want to read. And I said, what? And she's a pretty tough cookie, if you know what I'm saying. Very strong-minded individual, I looked at her and went, ooh, like,
said, I tell you what, shuffle these cards. Shuffle them. And when she put them down, I went, there you go. I said, here's a book. Here's everything you need to know. And she went, what? I said, yep. She picked up that book, and about 20 minutes later, because it was like a page and a half on just the one card, 2.5 pages on one card. And she looked at me and she went, where'd you find this out at? And I'm like, find out what? I said, this is not me. This is you having a relationship. You shuffled. All I did was turn it over. Wait, I said, look, I don't need to know. Whatever you know in that book right there, I don't need to know. That's for you to know. And you only. Evidently, you wanted it that way. There it is. She was amazed on the accuracy just from the one card. What's this card? Oh, that was me. Called to me. Yep. She was amazed. But Spirit amazes me every day. It's just that if other people would believe, I could show them, okay? But people in my vicinity, they are not open-minded individuals. I mean, I've never had someone except her and maybe another person that said, I Angel, I trust you. Come on. And I'm like, well, nobody else does. What's wrong with you? You know, they tell me on my channel how much, oh, you're so right, this and that. Okay. But nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because they know me, they grew up with me. You're like, what? All right, well, you do it. It's gonna, intuition is your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? I try to explain to people before you allow me to pick up and give you a read. And I want you to tell. I want to tell you something. You allowing me to look into your energy. If there's something that's on the tip of your mind that you don't want nobody knowing, you ain't dealing with, guess what? It's coming out. Do you want me to know this? Like, I had one guy turn me down and said, wait, you're gonna, because I told him that paragraph right there, and he's like, so you're gonna find out something that I don't want. I said, if there's something that you're not dealing with, it's like on the tip of your thought right there, and you don't know what to do, and it's going to come out. You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with, if there's something that you don't want nobody to know about in your head, you're going to have to figure that out on your own with the Lord. And say your sorries and have a level playing field before you even go to find out how to fix yourself. You better go ask for forgiveness first. That way you can see it for what it is. If you ain't willing to see it, it's going to be thrown right in your face. That's the way my cards work with me. It will be thrown right in your face. They are big, bold, brave, and don't care. They don't have discrimination. They just say what they need to say. Leave that girl alone. She ain't right for you. Well, cousins was yelling. I told you have that girl alone. To leave that girl alone. She ain't right for you, huh? Check the cards. Same thing. Cards don't lie, people do. Well, like I said, if it's lying and they want to make peace with it and it's on the verge and they're coming to you for that reason, it's going to be seen. Yeah, it's going to be exposed as something they have to deal with. Um, I watch a lot of readers. If you have a channel, I'll go ahead and subscribe to you. Uh, I'm so powerful that when I first moved in where I'm at now, he's not a love interest, but they kept picking up, man. One half of readers come out and they said, "Who is this Pisces? I mean, who is Pisces coming out in every one of my readings?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's just me. I can't change it." But I'm telling you, everybody who I watch, if not by the first reading I turn on, by the second one, they're picking up on my energy. And I'm like, man, I'm really sorry. I try for someone, because as a reader, I like to see what other people are doing and how they're doing their readings and what energies they're dealing with the different zodiac signs, especially. And man, I really am. I feel sorry for them people because if all of our energy in astrology are not, they're not exactly the same. I know that generally they are. They are. So hopefully everybody impressing me because I sure do. So I know that that would be the next area, that I was either thinking about going into would be astrology or the quantum healing. So, but it's more leading me to the healing aspect because I want to help people. Tarot, I think for me was just a building block, a way to the path that I needed to go in order to understand the importance of my gifts and put me on that right path because I understand that my life has been working through astrology. I understand um, you, tarot deals with your subconscious, where astrology is more of a projection, and you can see where the energies are going. But in my heart, healing is in my heart. I'm an empath. I'm a healer. I'm here for public's use of everything for me. I mean, just like right now, I'm not in my house. I'm back at my friend's house helping him with his child. But that child was calling me mother, so you can understand the importance of a role I take because of his own mom not being able to handle, you know. But in my life, my child was um, is not in my energy field. Okay, he's with his father, and I don't get to see him. So I think in that importance, um, God, when I decide to jump timelines, I call it. Um, and when I fall astray off my path, God will put me right back on my path, but in a different way. My child exited my life I want to say a year, a week before he was 5. I entered this child because I did a little bit of drugs right while he was with me. So I think as I tuned out was about when he was about 3.5 or so. And when he was taken, it was about 5. So when this one come into my life, and I told my mama, I said, Mom, I think that God may one day put another, I may not be old, I may be old enough now, way old enough to have kids. But I think that God's going to watch another child in my way, and I'll be able to prove myself again. What? Like, I foreseen what I'm going through. What? And I told her this. All right, Angel. You see what I'm saying? My higher self knows and feels what I'm going through. But it's meant to, because I wasn't meant to jump here and then straight to happiness. That's not why I'm here, for sure. I want to know, I want to understand what it feels like to lose a child. I want to understand what it feels like to be married 5 times. How can you love, right? If I was back in the day, way back when, you wasn't married to 5 different people. How could you lose your child when you did nothing? Because it was my ex's rap sheet, okay? That I coughed up to, you know what I'm saying? I fessed up to all of this. So it's nothing to anybody what I did. But, everybody knows. But it was actually my ex's rap sheet who, the reason why he got taken, yeah. But to fight for him, I couldn't, because I was under the influence. You know what I'm saying? So how could you fight when you can't even fight for your own self? See, you have to be right within you as whole for you to even go through any of this, for sure. For you to give guidance, you have to be whole. So don't doubt yourself as an individual. We all here to serve a purpose. That's what they say. All right, guys. Well, I guess no one else wants a card. Is it Taya? Is that how you say it, Taya? Guys, the wind out here it's like a hurricane. You can hear it blowing on our flutes. All right, well, I must have 3 friends in here. I can hear someone, whoever is watching me, say right now, whoever's watching, I feel like they're saying, I feel like Angel can see me right now. That's good spirit. Yeah, right, y'all. What they don't put in my head. Love y'all. I think I'm gonna go have me a nice iced tea before my little one gets off of school. All right, pumpkins. I will be coming out with your April reading. Let me know in the comment section if y'all like this, because I'm about to pull this. Oh, for all of you individuals who showed up late, don't forget that I don't know if y'all seen it. They tell me not to forget. I pulled this out. So I don't know if it's a 4-leaf clover old pendant. So I don't know if that is for someone that it may resonate with. All right, you guys. I'll be coming out with y'all reading soon. I guess he copped out on me. All right, honey bunnies.
There it is.
I love y'all. Namaste.